Welcome to the fourth installment of the Uncomfortable Moment of Silence. I'm your boy, Swami, motherfucking Swami, and we've got also Dave, the producer. How are you doing, David?
Doing great, man. It's a great Friday. It's a freaking awesome week. And anyone that says different, go fuck yourself.
It's a pretty good Friday, as everyone can see. I'm actually having a beer this evening.
Wow. And after that video you did today, I didn't think you were ever going to drink again. I got to be honest.
Well, like I said, I'm feeling a little bit peppier. I have a little pep in my step. Thanks to the people that bring you cocaine. I'm feeling a bit better today. There's days that I'm feeling a little off. For those of you who don't know, I have a stomach condition that's called H. pylori, which is a bacteria that's dormant in about 90% of people and affects about 10% of people that it lays dormant into. And I got the lucky number. I scratched the winning lottery ticket, and it affects me. So,
well, I talked to your doctor, and he says it's not HIV, so that's a good thing.
No, I'm not Tom Hanks yet. I'm not. I don't need a Bruce Springsteen to make a song about me yet.
Yet.
All
I know is that I will bury you in Philadelphia.
I'm getting skinny as fuck, though, and I was never.
You do look skinny, man.
I was never. Well, yeah. Also, I have a fisheye lens that really helps a lot. By the way, for those of you who are listening on the podcast and not watching, we do this show live on YouTube, so people can actually watch this and see all this beauty in front of you. So much sexiness. It's hard to wear a shirt sometimes.
On the left-hand side of the screen. I get it.
That's a good beer. That's the first beer I've had in 2 weeks, by the way. It's a beautiful beer. It's been a crazy week again in the soap opera known as America. You guys are still climbing the charts in COVID. Seriously, like, while every other country is like on the downturn going, America's like, fuck y'all, we're going to keep going. They threw a Sturgis rally last week. It was all Sturgis. They were all like, we're going out there, a bunch of tough biker boys, and we don't care. We're not wearing no motherfucking masks and blah, 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 blah. And I'm a biker, right? I love biking.
I know.
I love my motorcycle. My motorcycle's my life. Other than my wife, no, I got to say, it's a tie. I like my wife and the bike. I don't know who I'd leave, the sickle or the wife first, but I like them both. They're wonderful, wonderful machines. They bring such happiness. They do. It's literally when you get to a certain age and you become bored of sex. Well, I don't want to say bored of sex, but as you get older.
Wait, whoa. Back this up. Hold on.
Back to beep, beep, beep. Yeah, I love when men pretend that our sex drives don't slow down, which is a good thing.
No.
As we get older.
Now, how old are you, Swami?
I'm 42.
You're 42.
All right. I think for the first time in my life, I heard it comes back. I heard when you hit about 37, your sex drive kind of slows down, doesn't die, but slows down. And then when you're about in your 50s, it comes back or some shit like that. I'm in that age range where my sex drive is not diminished. It's still there. I love fucking. I love to fuck, but I'm no longer constantly at a state of arousal like I used to be when I was in my 20s and early 30s. Now I can actually read a book.
Oh my God. Read a book. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you're not going to stop and go, oh my God, I'm either going to have sex or read a book. But my God, dude, I'm in my 50s right now.
All right.
And I would fuck fruit.
Yeah, I know you would. When David does the old Eddie Murphy joke says, when David walks into a restaurant and there's an aquarium, the fish stop moving.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a great one. Oh, Eddie, I miss you, Eddie. But seriously, it was a crazy week with the Sturgis thing. I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of really cheap Harley Davidsons out on Craigslist as of next week. So.
Oh, come on.
Come on. That's not funny. All those bikers.
No. It's not that it's not funny, because let's put it this way. There were protests for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And
I was for it. I was for the fact. I said it. It's stupid about the protests too. The protesting could, but this is different. The protesting had a reason for it. The white trash of Palooza in
That had a reason for it too.
No, it didn't. It had a
Yes,
reason
it
for a
did.
bunch of. It had a reason for a bunch.
Bikers need to get laid too, dude.
Yeah, bikers get laid when they want to. All right, no one's getting laid during COVID, anyways. You're swiping right. I don't want no strange during COVID. I'll jerk off. I told my wife I'm so happy I'm married because I get to fuck during COVID. Because if I was single, I'd just be masturbating. It's plain simple. There's Pornhub. There's all that shit. I ain't wearing a mask during sex. Like that would be.
Oh no,
weird.
mask during sex? That's stupid. That's dumb.
But you could always use it as an excuse to get anal during COVID. Be like, well, we got to do it from behind because we can't be face to face. And while I'm behind there, I might as well put it in your ass.
Well, don't put the mask on your face. Put it on your cock.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be silly.
Right, so back to the subject of Sturgis. I want to get involved in this.
Yeah, so I want to hear the whole story because I only know a little bit about it.
There was a not the Black Lives Matter people, but the other ones, the Antifa. There was a small, very tiny,
very small little group, like five, right?
Like, yeah, 5 or 6 of them,
right?
And the bikers were acting like they were like the toughest. They're not Hell's Angels. Okay, these guys are doctors and lawyers. Anytime you see someone driving a $40,000 Indian or Harley Davidson, it's a doctor or a lawyer or a dentist. All right, but they put on their fake little patches they have on. They go to Sturgis.
It's weekend warriors.
Yeah, weekend warriors. So they're going on and they're saying, "Oh, we're such badasses." They're holding up Confederate flags and pushing in the 5 little teenagers from Antifa space, and they were acting like. And the funny thing is, the Antifa kids were not afraid of them at all. It was really kind of funny. But if you look in the comments of all the videos, like, oh, they're so lucky the cops are around to protect them. Yeah, there's 5 of them, and there's 7,000 of you. Do you really need to beat them up? No, let me finish, please. Did you really need to beat up a bunch of little hippies to make yourselves feel strong because you're a bunch of doctors and lawyers that own $50,000 motorcycles? All right, and you need to use the screaming eagle. I don't know how to do an eagle. How do you do an eagle screech? We need the eagle screech sound effect for every time.
I'll get that next time.
Oh, that would be awesome. Just like
it's caw.
You know, like seriously, did they offend you so bad? Like honestly, I was looking at the video and I was like, I would have just giggled and walked away. There are 5 of them. It wasn't like they were like burning down a second cup or what do you call it, Starbucks or some shit like that. There was 5 of them holding up a sign that said this land belongs to the Native Americans. It's
right.
What it was about.
Right. You know, I did not see the video, so I cannot comment on what you saw. But what I can comment on is I saw a couple of articles that kind of outlined what happened.
Yeah.
And 5 kids going up there. You know,
I'll give them credit. They had balls. There's 5 little wussy kids, and they went into a place with about 60,000 drunk, Trump-supporting doctors that pretend to be part of a 1% club. All right, they go to Sturgis. None of you are bikers.
Well, no. That's not true.
There is a percentage of them that are actually held.
Oh, there are bikers there, right. And you know what?
The bikers,
those kids could have gotten their asses beat.
The bikers beat. But this is the thing about bikers. Bikers aren't going to start shit with little kids from Antifa. Why? Because real bikers know what it's like to go to prison, and they're not going to go spend time in prison for some weak ass little fucking kids that are holding up a sign that says this land belongs to the Native Americans. If bikers are going to go to prison, real bikers, not the doctors, the real bikers, it's going to be about drugs, or it's going to be about you fucking rode in their territory wearing a different patch that you're not supposed to be wearing, or real crime. Real criminals don't do petty shit. Real organized criminals don't do petty shit. All right. So,
no, I give the kids credit. I really do, because I mean, when you're outnumbered to that degree, and you have the balls to be, you confront a whole group like that, I give them a ton of credit.
Yeah.
That said, I also think they're fucking stupid as shit because they could have been killed.
Well, they didn't.
No, again, but they could have been.
Again, they knew that these guys were toy bikers. All right. Listen,
I don't know if they knew that.
I think that most people that go to Sturgis, again, they bring their Winnebago with a trolley in the back with their 2 $65,000 bikes on the trolley that have done maybe 5,000 miles in the 12 years that they've owned those bikes. All right. And they don't even drive them to Sturgis. They fucking take a truck with a trolley with their bikes in the back with a barbecue and their golden retriever, Billy, and their fucking grandkids and the rest of that shit. And then they go out there with their Sons of Anarchy patches. And then they listen to fucking Steely Dan and shit.
That's so full of shit.
Oh,
dude,
fuck yeah.
Dude, have you seen some of the bar brawls? I mean,
Yes,
like
I
you
know.
look in there.
I know
there's
that
some bad ass real biker. I mean, it's not just like 5% real bikers. We're talking at least 50%.
But again, what I'm going to tell you is the
fucking real bikers.
The 1%ers, the real bikers. I live in Montreal. It's a motor fucking
that's Montreal. That's bikers light.
Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah,
bikers David, obviously sorry, David, you obviously never been to Montreal. Montreal is like the fucking capital of the Hells Angels, my friend. You don't know that, do you? Same thing with the mafia. Montreal, look up crime, like organized crime, and you'll see Montreal is like, it has the heyday of the Hells Angels. Like it was like fucking the headquarters of the Hells Angels. And same thing with the New York mob when Giuliani was going crazy and ended up transferring to Montreal because we're so close to relations to New York. Montreal has a long storied history when it comes to the Hells Angels. Montreal used to be like owned by the Hells Angels. There was, if you ever heard of Mob Boucher was the head leader of the Hells Angels. During the 90s, there was the biker wars with the Banditos, the Hells Angels and shit like that. And we were having like fucking Murders Nonstop Incorporated for like close to 2 years. There were bikers meeting in the fucking courthouse in Montreal, like as like a meeting ground. Like they used the fucking city municipal courthouse as their clubhouse. Fuck, they like ran the city for fucking years.
Here's what I know about Canada. 1,
nothing.
Back bacon. 2, back bacon. I know shit about Canada.
No, I'm happy that Canada is not, a cesspool of crime, but I'm just saying that we have a long history when it comes to bikers. I actually miss the days of the bikers because the bikers kept the street gangs.
How do you have bikers when it's like winter 10 months out of the year?
I don't know. I'm a biker, and well, again, I'm a biker, as in the word that I ride a motorcycle.
You do, yeah, and I've seen you.
I'm a real rider.
Yeah, I've seen it.
My bikes, all right, have ridden. They don't go up the street and then back down into the garage, and they.
Oh no! You're like a cross country rider. Yeah.
I like long rides. It's all I do. It's my pleasure. It's again, going back to the whole sex thing. It's almost as good as sex to me. It is.
Shut your mouth.
Well, you don't know because you don't ride. When you ride, you understand. It is absolute therapy. It's 100% clear with your head because when you ride, there's nothing else that's going on in your mind because you have to stay alive. Right? It's not like a car. You realize you're on the outside of a vehicle. If you're a smart rider, I know a lot of stupid riders that treat it like I watch people ride with no hands and do dumb fucking shit.
We have those people here too in the U.S.
Yeah, it's called Florida.
Florida or anywhere else in California. Those guys are douchebags. Mm-hmm. Yes, I get it. You know what? I'd never ridden a bike ever. So I can't, either say good things or bad things about the whole biking community, but I do know bikers as friends of mine, and bikers are fucking awesome. Yeah. They're generally really great people.
Yeah, I agree. And I joke about the doctors and lawyers. I actually worked in the real estate industry for a while, so I have a lot of those.
You mean you broke into houses?
I have a lot of those upscale bikers as friends, and they're always fun because they'll let you ride their $65,000 vehicle that I'll never ever be able to afford. I'm a proud owner of a Kawasaki Rice Japanese biker, and I love.
Yeah, but you know what?
I love my made in Japan bikes.
You and your wife look fucking badass on it, though. Mm-hmm. I will say that because I saw the pictures, on your Facebook page, and I was impressed.
Yeah. Well, because as you mentioned in Canada, the climate and all that stuff. So I prefer buying a Japanese bike to a Harley. Not saying that I dislike Harley. Like honestly,
Sure.
I would love to own some Harleys, but some of them, not all of them. Some of them I would never even touch because I don't really like them. But I would have to say that I'm a big fan of the V Rod.
What's a V Rod?
They stopped making them. They're 1200cc muscle bike. It's kind of like a cruiser on steroids. They're beautiful bikes. They didn't sell well because they weren't attracted to the crowd that likes like the Harley crowd today. Unfortunately, the people that run the market are the people that are going to be dead soon. So that's why all you see those big, huge bagger RVs on wheels.
Right.
They have everything on them except for air conditioning.
Like
they
got cable TV.
Yeah, they're like $95,000 pieces of equipment.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
and those look ridiculous. By the way.
So to me that's not a bike to me. I'm like, if you're gonna get all that, just buy a car.
What do they call them? Do they call them roadsters? What do they call them?
Road Glide. Road Glide.
Thank you.
Road Glide Special, Road Glide Limited. And even Indian, which they have come up with some really nice bikes. Indian, by the way.
Indian, by the way, the old school stuff is fucking badass.
Yeah, well, they're beautiful bikes, but then also they still, however, come out with pretty much the Road Glide, which is called the Chieftain, which to me, and the Challenger and the Chieftain and all those bikes to me, I always laugh because when I did my Route 66 trip, I did it on my Suzuki, which was a 805cc bike. It's an 805 bike. It wasn't a powerhouse, and people would see me and they look at my plates, and I'd be in like Tucson or wherever, and they'd be like, "You're from Quebec? Where's Quebec?" Like happened to know what Quebec was, and they're like, "How the fuck did you get down here on that?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "Well, it's an 805cc. You can't go on the highway unless it's 2,500 cc's of this and that." And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Till 1970, most motorcycles didn't go over 500 cc's, and people were doing Jack Kerouac all the fucking time. The original Hells Angels were riding around on 600cc bikes. No one had a 1,600cc bike till like the 80s. It just didn't exist. So the whole concept of you can't ride on the highway unless you've got at least 1,400 cc's is such bullshit to me. I'm like, I'll ride where I want, when I want. As long as the bike can go over, 90 miles an hour, you can fucking go on the goddamn highway. So like, whatever.
I have such little knowledge about bikes. I have no idea, literally no idea how that shit works. But what I will tell you is that when I do meet bikers, in general, bikers, I would have to say that 90% of the time, they're some of the nicest people I've ever fucking met.
It's a brotherhood. I don't want to. It's a family. Well, I don't want to say.
Yeah, but I'm not. I wasn't part of the brotherhood, though. I didn't have to be. They were just cool people.
There are cocks and knobs in the biker community, and I got to say, the cock knobs in the biker community are most of the time what I was talking about. The doctors and lawyers who are the weekend warriors are usually the biggest assholes in the community because they ride around on their fucking $65,000 Harley, and they won't wave at anybody that's not riding around on a Harley, which makes me giggle my ass off. I will literally wave at someone on a scooter. I don't care. I think it's, good for you. You're on two wheels, you give the fucking two wheels down. And I look at someone riding on a moped and I think that's an evolution point. They're going to end up on a motorcycle. So be nice to them, because why be a dick? Why be a prick to someone just because you have a better vehicle than them? To me, I find that kind of just, you want to be inclusive, because the more people that are riding on the road, the safer we are. The more motorcycle riders that are out there, the more knowledge of the fact that there are motorcycle riders out there. So there's more respect given to us on the road because we make up a bigger portion of the population. Right now, we're such a small portion that, cars don't see us. And sometimes it's not that they don't actually see us. It's that they really don't see us. People think that cars intentionally try to hit bikers. I don't think that's the case. I'm one of those people that think accidents fucking happen and they actually don't see us. And that's because we're not so numerous on the road. And also because bikes aren't usually on the road all year round, unless you're in where David lives, Louisiana, or hotter areas and shit like that. We're usually on the road maybe 6 to 7 months of the year, so it takes time for cars to understand we're around and stuff.
Okay, so tell me about the trip. What was the highlights of your trip based on the bike, not based on just you and your wife being together, but
Which trip? Which trip? The recent one?
Yeah, the last one you were just on.
We're jumping off subject now. All right, we're talking about Sturgis. Oh, okay. Okay. So highlights of the trip being on the bike or of things we've seen?
Well, it could be either or.
Well, the highlight of the trip to me is, I think we spoke about it last talk, but was honestly just the ride itself, just the riding itself. It was beautiful country, beautiful scenery and shit like that. I thought it was a fun time to be had for sure. It was beautiful country. Just vistas and cliffs and fucking mountains, and riding through mountains is always fun, and doing twisties. I don't know if you know what twisties are.
I don't know what that is.
Roads that have a lot of curves and turns. So you're scraping peg, you're having a good time. Those to me are always fun. I'm not on a racing bike though, so I'm not doing those things at fucking high speed, but it's just fun to do that shit. So it's always good to do that. But I want to get back to the subject at hand. We talked about Sturgis.
Yes.
All right. So we got 9 minutes left of this show, and then we're going to do our second part, which will be something else. So let's talk about what else happened this week other than Sturgis. All right.
Yes.
So let's talk about Joe Biden officially becoming the nominee. They had the DNC convention. And as David, you were saying, you are not a Trump Republican.
No.
All right. So to me, that would make me think that you're kind of happy this week because Joe Biden. No, but again, I would think that you'd be happy because Joe Biden is a corporate Democrat that kind of rides the line of being he is. He's a corporate Democrat.
He's changed.
Oh,
he's changed.
He's a corporate Democrat from Delaware, and Kamala Harris is running.
Kamala Harris
is a very strict on crime.
Now, see,
she's
I
very
like
strict,
her.
Yeah, that's it. So she's a very strict. I knew it. That's what I said. I said these people seem like the Republican Party to me. This seems like your traditional Republican Party.
No. Okay, so let's start with Joe Biden. All right. Joe Biden he will say anything that the people want to hear as a soundbite at any given time. He is milk toast Joe. He will not take a stance on anything. He's gone back and forth on different topics. If you look over even just the last 4 years, you can hear sound bites of his that totally are different than each of the sound bites he said before. And you're like, dude, where are you at? What is your real stance? And then you look at Harris, and okay, I actually do like Harris. Harris is not bad.
Well, when you're voting, from what I know, if you're voting for Joe this election, you're voting for Harris because Joe's probably only going to be doing.
No, come on, you can't count on that, and that's bullshit. That's what people say. Oh, he'll die in a month. Well, you can't count on that.
I honestly don't see Joe going past 2 years.
You can't count on that.
His mental acuity will be dropping down fast.
It doesn't matter. You're voting for the president, and you have to assume he's going to be in there for 4 years.
All right.
No matter what. I mean, you can't say, oh, he's going to be dead in a year, or they're going to make him mentally incapacitated.
This is all I got to say. I'm not a fan of his. I've stated this on several occasions. I think
thank God you aren't.
I think he's probably a very sweet man from what I've seen of him. He seems like a very sweet person. I just don't think his mental acuity is there.
He's not there.
And also, I don't agree with him politically on 90% of his things. But I do think even a dementia Joe is better than a Trump. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I think that it's just a fact of life that dementia Joe is still better than Trump. Reasons why: I just think that Joe has a heart, and I think that he is, his stances I'm not for. I'm pro Medicare for all. He's not for pro Medicare for all at all. And he was pushed on it this week, and he's still stated he won't do it. So that should have made David happy because David is anti-Medicare for all. And Joe pretty much stated he's not doing Medicare for all.
Yes.
I'm for free college and education because I think an educated populace brings the economy and brings more jobs and stimulus to people.
It absolutely does. And guess what? Fucking pay for it.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I'm not going to get into a debate about that, but I'm just going to state that Joe is not for free education.
That's our next show. Our next show will be 30 minutes on fucking college and why it cost me $80,000 for my daughter. You ready for that one?
Well, it shouldn't have cost you $80,000.
Well, guess what? It did.
But it shouldn't have.
No, you know what? And I'm happy to pay every goddamn dollar of it.
If she comes to Canada, it's $2,000 per term, so it's not like you guys. And we have some of the best Americans that come to Canada to take advantage of our pricing on education for some reason.
Oh, I bet they do.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't they?
We really need to. Right now, all we're doing is doubling when Americans do it. So, like, it costs a Canadian student $2,000 per term. If an American comes, it costs like $4,000. We should be quadrupling it.
$4,000 per term?
Yeah.
What?
It's nothing. It's
what numbers have you seen here in the U.S.? Because that's nowhere near what college costs here.
I know. In the States, it's something like $20,000-$30,000 per term in the States or some shit like that. It's like literally mortgaging your house to get a degree in botany.
Yes, exactly. You're right.
It's retarded. I'm sorry. People, don't use that word. I use the word retarded all the time. I apologize. Actually, fuck it. I don't apologize. I like that word.
We call it red balloon slow here.
Yeah. I like the word retarded. I'm old. I'm 42. I don't want to change. Yeah. So, no. Okay. So going back to, again, we went off topic, but so this week, Joe,
what we do.
So Joe got and he's the pick. I think he's gonna win. I think pretty much everyone knows he's probably gonna win unless Trump somehow cheats. They did talk about the fact that he will be trying to destroy the post office between now and the election.
No, Swami, come on. You got to back up that story because the story isn't about trying to blow up the post office. It's the post office general in the U.S.
That Trump put in there.
No.
Yes, he did. He put him in. It was on the fucking news this week. Yes. The post office fucking general is Trump's dude that he put in there. And he's putting him in there for one reason, to fucking fuck up the post office.
You are so wrong on this. You are so wrong on this.
Right. I am so fucking right.
No.
By the way, we're going to go into an intermission. Okay. We're just going to go into an intermission because we've done 30 minutes and it's part one. And then we'll be going into part two.
Part one.
And, and we'll talk about this then if you want to.
Yes. Or anything else that you want to talk about. Okay.
Yeah. So
you ready?
By the way, it's going to be, this is episode 5 coming up. So all these now in a week's time should be up all over the internet for podcast listening. So we've officially, after this half hour, have our 5 first fucking shows. I want to thank Rhino39 for being a guest on this podcast. And I want to also thank Bobby Blaze, who was an amazing guest, even though we had a lot of technical issues during Bobby Blaze's time.
But it was goddamn funny as hell.
Oh, it was. It was fucking hilarious. I want to thank everyone who's tuned in to these podcasts, which, I understand it's YouTube and we're not really advertising these things like crazy because we're trying to put this into podcast form. I can't wait to get the response back once this actually goes to podcast form. And I'm excited to continue doing these shows with you, David. They've been fun so far. And look who it is. Who wants to talk about strippers?
Oh, me. Me.
Julia's the only person here. Oh, how sad David brought his girlfriend to the show.
Girlfriend? Oh, you called her my girlfriend? You're really going to get fucked.
By the way, happy anniversary to David and Juliet.
Thank you.
11 years.
Yes.
11 years.
11 years she's put up with my fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I've been 15, so you guys are under me and my wife.
No doubt.
Yeah, we've been 15 years, but still 11 years is good. Once you've gone over the 7, I think once you've gone over the 7, everything is just a blur.
Yeah. see what I did there?
Welcome to the Uncomfortable Moment of Silence podcast, where we're anything but silent, where we talk about the issues. We were discussing something during part one of the podcast this evening, and mostly about Sturgis, which was a fun conversation. We talked about what I like to call the doctors and lawyers and the fake presenters that come out.
Now, we talked about bikers and bitches, basically.
Yeah, bikers and bitches. We were talking about the Antifa protest, which was not really a protest. It was 5 kids out there. All right. So, and then we discussed something about the Postmaster General.
Yes.
All right. And then we went off air. So, with slower mail in the election, Trump's concerned about the Postmaster General and puts him on the hot seat or some shit. But then he's the one that put him in. So the guy's name is Louis DelJoy. It's emerging from obscurity. They're putting a lot of spotlight on him. He's all over the news and shit like that.
When was he instated?
Okay, he put in like a bunch of money into the Trump campaign, though.
No. Don't give me what you read on a napkin. Give me facts. And tell me when he was instated.
Okay, DelJoy. When was DelJoy instated? Hold on 1 second. You're making me look shit up while I'm on a show. I can't stand that.
I'll totally do this.
Well, you better edit this shit out.
Oh, no. This is the good stuff. This is the good stuff.
I'm reading what I'm typing. You can tell I'm a horrible typer.
I'll cut out the dead air. Don't worry about that.
All right, no problem. All right, so DelJoy was instated in. I can't find it. If you can find it, why don't you look it up and tell me when he was instated? Because I can't find it. Postmaster.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there you go. You don't like it either, do you? Putting me on the spot.
I don't even know how to spell his name. Hold on.
DEL.
Hold on. Oh, this is really people are just going, they're riveted. What is his name?
All right, here we go. So DelJoy defends changes before the Senate committee. All right, so DelJoy doesn't tell you when he was instated. It just tells you there's a bunch of stories about him this week.
Just spell his name. That's all I want.
All right, Louis DelJoy.
Louis.
DEJOY.
Spell his last name, please.
DEJOY. DeJoy.
Oh, easy. Okay.
DeJoy.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
All right. So the Postmaster General defending its efforts to make the post service run more efficiently, says the mail service agency. Blah blah blah. Why? I can't find anything about when he was instated though.
I got it.
All right. All I know is I've heard he put a bunch of money into the Trump campaign when Trump was first elected.
And you heard that from whom?
It was all new. It was on CNN. It was on CNN.
You listen to fucking CNN?
I don't listen to CNN. It just fucking says it was on CNN.
Oh, hold on, please. Louis Joy, born in 1957, American businessman.
I don't care about his ethos. Tell me when he was fucking.
I'm looking. Governors of the United States Post Office served as the 75th Post Office General. Mm-hmm. When was he elected? Let's see. He was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Don't care. Don't give a shit. Don't give a shit. U.S. is put as part of Trump is confirmed. Yep, Trump appointed him.
God, David, do you not get sick of being wrong? You're like my wife. She's always wrong all the time.
Hey, I'll admit when I'm wrong, dude.
I'm just telling you, as a Canadian, it's a weird thing. We seem to bone up on American shit. I don't know why. Boredom, I guess, but we learn all this shit.
Can you say bone up slower?
Bone up your mangina. But seriously, so Trump is literally trying to do everything possible not to go to prison is pretty much what it seems to be, because everyone is stating that he's gonna go to prison if he doesn't win this election. It's pretty much like
who said that?
But I don't think he will. I'm going to be one of those people that doesn't think he'll go to prison.
He did nothing illegal. Please. Please.
Yeah, no.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
No,
no.
you know what? As you and I have talked 1,000 times, I'm not a Trump fan at all. I do not love Trump. But I will say this.
I don't
what
think
scares me more than Trump is the fucking Democratic Party.
I don't think so. I honestly think okay. I'm not even going to go into that subject. I'm not even going to broach that subject. I'm going to tell you right now that Trump won't go to prison, and I'll tell you why he won't go to prison. Do you want to know why he won't go to prison? Even if he's done everything illegal under the sun, he won't go to prison because it sets a precedent. And the last thing that politicians want to do is set a precedent to send a president to prison.
No, that's very true. Right. That's very true. And you know what?
The reason why George Bush didn't go to prison
and Nixon didn't go to prison.
And it's the reason why Obama didn't go to prison for invading people's privacy.
That's right. Nixon had a reason to go to prison.
Same thing with George Bush.
Right. And by the way, I will say this because I am a Republican, and Nixon should have fucking gone to prison.
Same with George Bush.
No,
yes, George Bush Jr. should have went to prison. He lied about fucking weapons of mass destruction and killed millions of people in Iraq for a lie. Come on, he should have went to prison. It's a war crime. Let's be honest. I know because they're not American people to you guys. They're not people. They were people that were murdered because of George Bush.
No, they're not people because they're not American people. Do you think that we're that out of touch?
I'm just trying to explain to you guys. He committed war crimes.
Guys.
He lied about weapons of mass destruction. It's a fucking fact. And murdered.
Stop. First of all, he didn't get all the facts correct sent to him. So he made decisions based on what he knew at the time.
He made decisions based on the fact that his father fucking lost the war and he went back to get vengeance like Rambo and Rambo fucking 2. All right? Plain and simple.
He ridiculous
killed a bunch of people out of fucking cock envy. That's all.
Yeah, all right? You think that everything is a Universal movie? No.
Well,
that's crazy talk. That's crazy.
Drag the dog like a motherfucker, and I don't even have to pretend it wasn't. And he should have went to prison, but he won't go to prison. And no president in the history of fucking the presidency will ever go to prison because they don't want to set a precedent.
Well, I will agree with that. That statement that you just made is absolutely 100,000% true.
Yeah. So I don't think Trump has anything to worry about when he loses the election. He's just going to fucking go away. I don't think actually he will go away though. That's the thing. I don't think he'll go away. I think he'll become even more annoying once he's lost this election than he was prior to this election. And his buddy Steve Bannon now is in prison too. And
not in prison yet.
He's going.
And I don't. He's probably gonna go. Yeah,
he's gonna go. And I don't think Trump is going to pardon him.
No.
But the thing is, he should pardon him because I'm sure Steve Bannon has a lot on Trump. So
I have no idea.
I want to. I'm pretty sure that all those Russian hooker scandals and all that shit, Steve Bannon's got his grimy 50 shirts wearing ass. Like, what's the deal with the shirts? I don't understand why this dude wears 5 shirts. Why does he wear so many shirts? Like, look at any picture of Steve Bannon right now. Go look.
One of them is bulletproof.
Like, I've never understood how many shirts a man could possibly wear. Like, he wears dress shirts, not t-shirts, like dress shirts over dress shirts.
Oh yeah,
over dress
I get it. Yeah,
and then a blazer. He must smell like total vinegar ball sack. Like, I don't understand. Like, oh, how you doing, Emily? Emily's in the building. Like, I don't understand how anyone could be near this man. He must reek so badly, and he does look like he does a lot of cocaine too, because he's always got.
He's sweating. Yeah, he sweats like a bastard. Yeah,
he's got like these mushrooms around his nose. Like, whenever you see, he looks like he's always having an allergic reaction to something. If you see him, but him this week now is for fraud. He had a company that was a build a wall thing. It was about like. For
the by the way, I hear we're building a wall against Canada.
No, I hear Canada's building a wall against you.
No, did you see the fence thing today on Twitter?
Awesome. Please do it.
Yeah.
Please. No, seriously. 90% of Canadians, there was a poll put out this week, 2 weeks ago, and it was in American news. 90% of Canadians don't want Americans coming here anymore. We don't want you here. And it's not because of Trump. It's because of COVID. Because you guys really, really shit the bed when it comes to COVID. So our numbers are doing pretty damn good in Canada right now. And I don't want to laugh. It's not a laughing matter. It sucks. It's sad. I don't like seeing people die, even if they are Americans. All right. And,
even if they are, that was a statement you just said. Even if they are Americans.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way,
yeah.
Let me give you Swami's home email address.
Yeah. It's www at suckmyballs at gmail.
Yeah. It's Malta de Montreal. Son of a bitch. Wow.
All right. Listen. Right, it's not to be mean, but it came out and it said Canadians just don't want Americans coming here right now.
I don't blame you.
There have been Americans who've used the Alaska loophole.
What is the Alaska loophole?
Meaning
is she a stripper in like Toronto?
Yeah. I guess I would say probably Alaska. She would be a stripper in because she's in Alaska. But the Alaska loophole.
What is that?
All right, because Alaska belongs to the United States of America.
Yeah, of course. I know this.
And it's on the other side of Canada.
I know this.
You have to cross Canada to get to Alaska.
I get this.
All right. So there's a loophole that if you're crossing to go to Alaska from America, you can cross the border, but you're not allowed to stop in Canada unless it's for gassing up. And then you have to keep going. That's like the rule. But it's the Canadian-American friendship where we're trusting you guys to keep going to Alaska, which is not actually happening. There are Americans that are going and using the Alaska loophole and coming into Canada and staying in Canada because of the fact that COVID is practically gone now in Canada. So there's a lot of Americans trying to escape the COVID from the United States and coming into Canada. They're getting beat up. They're getting beat up. Their cars are being vandalized, and Canadians are not acting very Canadian and polite and nice about it. They're not happy about it.
Okay. So, did you see? There's look at the last two. So there's Emily and Juliet. Read those last two.
I don't look at the live stream comments during these podcasts, but
it doesn't matter. Go ahead.
It doesn't matter. All right. So the last two. Trump doesn't love Steve, Roger Stone. Now Trump lives. Sorry, Emily, I don't know what that says.
I don't know what that means, but look at the last one.
It's the Canada loophole. TP get to Cuba.
Yeah, the only way you can get to Cuba is to go through Canada for the U.S. You know that, right?
Yeah. Well, Canadians have always been allowed to go to Cuba. Americans,
I know.
Don't want to go to Cuba. Americans want to go to Cuba, but the American government doesn't want Americans to go to Cuba because communism.
Right.
Because it's 1970 still.
But they don't believe that today, though.
They still don't want them. Obama was going to make it legal, and then
it was this close.
And then Trump came in because Trump has small penis envy. He said, even though it was a good idea, he was like, nope, Obama did it. He touched it. So I don't want anything to do with it. It's fucking gone. It's gone today. Everything fucking Obama touches, I'm going to fucking destroy because fuck him. And I've got a small dick and it's all full of red little bumps all over it. And it's fucking weird because I am the only man on earth that will fucking stick my dick in a porn star without putting a condom on it because fuck condoms. They make me fucking soft.
And this is why I love you, Swami, is because you're a socialist.
Yeah. Fuck him. Fuck Cuba. That's my Trump. I don't know how to do a Trump. Trump to me just sounds like, asshole real estate agent is what I think of when I think of Trump. So that's my impersonation of Trump.
Did you see Emily's comment?
Emily, Trump loves Roger Stone way more than Steve Bannon. Yeah, I know he doesn't like Steve Bannon because Steve Bannon but Steve Bannon's pretty much the reason why Trump got elected in the first place, even though Trump doesn't want to admit it.
Not why. He's one of the reasons why.
Why?
One of the reasons. Not the whole 100% why he got fucking elected. You know that.
Listen, Steve Bannon had his little magazine, and all his supporters, his white nationalist supporters, like they fucking love them some Steve Bannon. All right.
I'm choking on every word you say.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
America. I love America. Because I'm proud to be an American. At least I know I'm free. And those towers came down on 9/11, and I feel like an eagle screeching.
See, and isn't that the sad part of the whole part of America now?
That's every country song ever written, by the way.
I know. And people think that is now racist, by the way. Isn't that crazy?
What's racist?
Country music or American?
It was on the news.
American music.
No, I don't think it's racist. I love country music.
I'm just saying there's a lot of Democrats out there saying that, that are like hitting.
There's a lot of Democrats. I love how you always say that to me like I'm a Democrat.
No. I know you're not a Democrat. You're a socialist. You're actually, I'm sorry, you're a communist.
I'm not a communist. I'm a dictator. I'm a banana republic.
Right. Yes. It kills me. It really does kill me. Just to hear people say, okay, this person's a country music star. Did you see the shit that Dolly Parton got last week on Twitter?
I didn't hear anything about Dolly Parton.
Go out and take a look. It's brutal. Brutal.
I didn't know Dolly Parton was still a thing.
She's not really. That's the thing.
I know Kenny Rogers died about like a month or two ago.
He did. Yeah. He's
gone. I liked Kenny.
Kenny was great.
You know what I like the most about Kenny? Will Sasso's impersonation of Kenny Rogers.
I haven't seen Will Sasso's impersonation, but I did like him as a Three Stooge.
Oh man, if you think the only person that saw that movie.
I know, right?
I don't think anyone saw the modern Three Stooges movie.
Oh, I totally did. I totally watched that.
Were you the only guy at the theater to go see Dumb and Dumber 2?
Oh, I didn't go to the theater to see that. Ugh. No. Oh, hey, Donner Pass is here.
How you doing, Donner?
Donner's awesome.
Yeah, Donner's a big supporter. By the way, to everyone who's watching, and you can see this hat, this is the Malton in Montreal official cap. If you see others that don't look like this or not official and you're getting them from Sweat.
Really? There's knockoff hats of yours? Go fuck yourself.
You're getting them from Filipino sweatshops. Malton in Montreal are 100% Bangladeshi sweatshop approved. There's no...
If you see one called Malton in Toronto, it's fake.
Yeah. They only change it slightly. Like you might see one with the Mercedes symbol in the middle. Not the real thing. All right, guys. Just want you to know. Just put that out there.
Nicely done. Hey, and when is this going to be some merch for this show? Speaking of merch,
uncomfortable moment of silence. When we get I think we're gonna wait and see what the first 5 episodes.
No. I'm gonna do David the producer condoms immediately.
But just sunglasses on the end.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Well, I'm not wearing the sunglasses tonight. I got to put the sunglasses on to feel like.
Oh, you're a dick.
Yeah, here we are. I'll let David know. David suffered a severely bad erectile injury to his eye. And when I say that,
this is what I love about this. I can totally control this, and I can put him in the basement. Go fuck him.
I played bass in the 80s. I'm David. I was in a hair metal band.
Nobody cares.
Yep.
Nobody cares.
I'm friends with Bruce Kulick from Kiss.
You know, he was a really nice guy, though. Jagoff.
Love you.
Hey, you begged me to get fucking Bobby Bones on the show, so go fuck yourself.
That's it. I like the funny guys. Bring the funny people.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, by the way, just say, I think what you've been doing has been fucking awesome. All right. And these fucking twats on YouTube who just want to watch people fucking review whiskey. Like, I don't get it. Like, you seen one review? You've seen
a million. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Dude,
we stopped doing them after 2019. Literally, the last time we did one was 2019 with Juliet. And we're like, yeah, that's kind of played out.
Yeah, I don't know. But I think it's a communal thing. And maybe that's.
And I love the whole group.
It's bag. And I'm looking forward to joining this world of podcasting. I really am. I can't wait to see what happens. Because I'm really hoping that the audience, and I'm not saying anything wrong, because when I put out my video, I got a lot of love yesterday from a lot of my audience. So, and I really want to thank them. You know, again, I'm not dying, so you guys need to stop acting like I got cancer.
Oh, dude, he does not have cancer. He has AIDS. So let's set the record straight. He has AIDS.
I got sick.
No, from full blown AIDS.
Full blown. I got sick, all right, from sucking a lot of dirty penises in a lot of dirty Denny's washrooms. And it was, you know,
I thought it was windy.
I can't help it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I give you a lot of credit, though, for coming out and, you know, having a discussion in an open forum on YouTube today. I saw it earlier today, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I can't believe he sucked that much cock and has a discussion about it in front of all these people. It was very impressive.
I got one pube in the back of my throat that's like wrapped around one of my teeth.
The uvula? Yeah, right there in the back.
Uvula. I can't get it. I'm just like, I'm like, all day.
I get it. I get it.
All fucking day with this pubic hair. It's fucking, and it's big and black, and I think it's about 7 inches of pube. It's really, really wound up on there. It's like a fishing line on a fishing pole. It just won't get off there. I'm trying to make David throw up right now.
I will do my best.
Is there anything worse though than getting a hair?
I've done that. Actually, I've had a hair from, like, you know, of course, back in the day, we've all had, you know, girls that had long pubic hair, you know. You know, they shaved today.
Rough.
But back in the day, they did not shave. So I've had a hair wrap around either, you know, a tooth, a uvula. You're like, Speaking of that, look who's here.
Oh, special guest. It's the third official guest. How you doing?
Yes.
She's laughing. I know she's dying. I know she loves his humor.
Yeah, she is special.
Are you liking these, Juliet? Are you liking these?
Do you like these? Oh, you can't hear him. Hold on.
I can't hear a goddamn word he's saying.
Here.
Have you been here? Juliet is a famous podcaster, by the way. She gets 75,000 downloads a week, and then she gets 35,000 Japanese men asking her for her soiled panties at least once a month.
That's true.
My soiled panties are of value.
Those. when they're not out karaokeing, they're bugging Juliet for soiled panties.
Hey, I karaoke in my panties, so.
But I got to start doing that. Maybe I'll get some more money. I'll wear. That's a good idea. Here, David, there you go. Soiled panties for the uncomfortable moment of silence.
Oh my God, totally. All right, that's our merch.
All right, that's the merch right there. And it's just indiscriminately homeless people soiled panties. So
Okay, I'm gonna put clothing on.
You gonna put clothing on
so we can go out.
All right, deal. All right.
and not to get a staph infection.
We're just worried about AIDS. We're living in New Orleans. We're worried about AIDS.
Well, you got to stop doing those key parties. At least keep your guest list to like 6 or 7 max.
I tell you, dude, we absolutely love New Orleans. You have to come down here with your wife, and believe me, I will not ask her to, ride me or anything weird like that.
Yeah.
You have to come down here, buddy. It's fucking awesome.
Everyone's been saying since I started doing this podcast with you, they're like, Swami, did you go out and try to find the douchiest bastard on earth to do a fucking podcast with?
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Yes. And I was like, I like him. He's a good douche. I want him on the channel. I think he's awesome. And we're nearing the end of the episode. So just look forward to it. These should be up probably, what do you say, like in a week podcast format?
Something like that. Yeah, close.
All right.
Close.
And from this point on, it's going to be bi-monthly, meaning twice a month.
Meaning that it's gay month.
Yeah.
No?
Meaning
you said bi-monthly.
Wait, are you allowed to say bi anymore now? Do you have to say on the spectrum now? Like, because it's like there's a spectrum. You're no longer really allowed to say
don't
bi.
know.
Like I was talking to someone who does not identify as bisexual, yet they fuck men and women. Mm-hmm. And I asked them and I go, well, what are you? And they're like, I'm on the spectrum, or a pansexual. That's it. Pansexual is what they said. And I go, so you like men? And they go, yeah. And I go, and you like women? And they go, yeah. And I go, do you like
bisexual?
Animals? And I go, and you like animals? And they're like, no. And I go, okay, so do you like children? And they're like, no. But I go, then you like men? And they go, yeah. And I go, you like women? And they go, yeah. So I go, then you're bisexual.
Bisexual. Yeah.
And they're like, but no, because because I also like transsexuals. And I'm like, well, transsexuals are just men who are women or women who are men. So again, you like men or you like women, makes you bisexual. You're not pansexual. You're not special. You're not a special little snowflake, and there's no safe place for you. And welcome to the Uncomfortable Moment of Silence. This was episode 5 in the books. 4.
No, this is 5.
This is 5. Yes.
God damn it. Yeah, you're right.
All right. I'm such a train wreck. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to everyone who's been subscribing to the Uncomfortable Moment of Silence. I really appreciate this. This is a niche project that me and David came up with together, and we're hoping grows from here. So looking forward to seeing this or hearing this in audio form. Thank you guys for tuning in. Any last words there, David?
Pansexual isn't a thing.
Yeah, I agree. There's no spectrum.